January the 13th, 2026. In the last few videos, we talked about that James Comer had subpoenaed Bill and Hillary Clinton to come in front of the House Oversight Committee. But what they did this morning, they are refusing to testify, and they're daring Chairman Comer to hold them in contempt of court. Now, this is going to be the test in the eyes of the American people on how untouchable or touchable these elite, crooked, you-know-whats are. And it's going to test the power of James Comer and his group. He said, and Comer said it maybe half a dozen times, I heard him, if they don't come, then I'm going to issue warrants. So here we are at the point. Again, Bill was scheduled for today, Hillary for tomorrow. The Clintons have called what they feel is Comer's bluff. After months of dispute against the House Oversight Committee's chairman, Bill and Hillary have today refused to testify in the House's Jeffrey Epstein investigation. This escalates the battle with Comer. Republican of Kentucky and the former U.S. President and Secretary of State are effectively daring him to hold them in contempt of Congress. Let's see where the power really is. Does the deep state still control everything? And Trump said, I think it was either early this morning or late last night on Truth Social, that Kash Patel better start firing some of these FBI agents that are leftovers from the Biden administration and the Obama administration that keep interfering with all the policies Trump's trying to get done. And he told him, he said, clean house. So we got a battle. We got the battle of the deep state versus MAGA, basically. But this is going to be one that's out in the public. And it's going to force someone to do something. In other words, Comer cannot hold his head up again in Congress if he does not act. Now, in the letter to Comer this morning, Bill and Hillary said every person has to decide when they have seen or had enough and are ready to fight for this country. See how they project, because that's what we're doing, not them. They are fighting to destroy it. Its principles and its people, no matter what the consequences. The Clintons wrote it in a lengthy letter to Mr. Comey, which was obtained by the New York Times. For us, they said, now is that time. And today was the beginning deadline for Bill, but it says, but hours before this deadline, the Clintons made clear they had no intention of presenting themselves on Capitol Hill to be questioned by Mr. Comer and members of his committee. They think they're above it all. That was their problem. They did this by submitting an 8-page letter laying out why they consider the subpoenas invalid and legally unenforceable, then followed up with a scorching missive that they signed jointly, promising to fight Mr. Comer on the issue for as long as it took. In the letter, the Clintons noted that they had proactively provided Mr. Comer with sworn statements similar to the ones he had accepted from 7 or 8 other former law enforcement officials. He had also subpoenaed and then excused from testifying before the committee. The Clintons have repeatedly said they have no knowledge relevant to the investigation. There's a lot of pictures of him swimming around in the pool on Epstein Island, things like that, guys. So there's no way I'll ever believe a word that comes out of Bill or Hillary's mouth. Remember, we are the deplorables, unredeemable. And look how they're acting. But again, I'm not going to make this longer than it has to be. I'm going to watch for a Comer reply and see where it goes from there. But this could be, again, this is the tipping point of who's going to win this battle, the deep state or the people trying to save the nation. We're watching it, guys. You watch it. It's a heads up. Be safe.